Okay, we were able to come to a decision. So in that, I would entertain a motion for appointment to appoint an individual. Let's see, I've got to get this right. To fulfill the unexpired term and the duly elected term of the House District 35. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Henry.
I would move that we appoint Joe Maguire as the newly elected representative in House District 35, newly appointed representative in House District 35, to fill the unexpired term of Kendall Kroeker and his newly elected.
Okay. Second. Discussion.
First of all, I'd like to thank the three guys for Joe. He's going to do a great job. It's brilliant. But for me, not for me, is actually just a fact that rights take different positions. Right to life takes the first position. You can have life and liberty, but if you don't have life and liberty, isn't going to be a whole lot. So if Roe v. Wade does come back to the States, then I wouldn't leave our inalienable rights up to a vote of the people. Mr. Sell, in my mind, gave the only really honest and appropriate response. And if he's not appointed tonight, I hope he would consider running for county commissioner. I understand that you gave, or you didn't put your name in the hat, that you were asked. And we are a representative republic. And so I'm asking you to run. And since we are a representative republic, you have to have been living under a rock the last couple of days. Yeah, we're very no support given to you, Bruce. My phone's been blowing up, my email, phone calls, some texts. And so anyway, I'm grateful for the efforts, and thank you for your time.
I too would want to thank all three candidates for the time that they've taken to come before us and demonstrate their qualifications as well. If it was just a decision on one question, I understand what you're saying. But from my perspective, it was a decision on many of these questions, and who I thought might be able to take and focus those issues in the legislature. So I would have to say that I was very pleased with all three candidates, but specifically I was really pleased with Mr. Maguire's responses and his knowledge.
Those two. Thank you. Commissioner Henry.
Well, all three candidates have done a good job, and we appreciate having good people. This process, and we've done it probably in Natrona County more than any other county, at least since I've been here 5 or 6 times. The other night I wasn't there when the three candidates were chosen. A lot of the phone calls that I've been getting really weren't at that meeting, and they basically said that their candidate represented the views of Kendall Kroeker more than any other candidate. But in actuality, what I saw, the precinct committee people that were there from those precincts voted almost 3-1 for Joe. 2-1 for Joe. I think that was telling. I think that Mr. Maguire did a good job. Mr. Sell, I haven't known in the past. I thank him for being up here. Ed Opella, I've served with Ed. Ed's a good guy. But the answers that Joe gave the other day, I was very impressed with the homework that he did. New, fresh ideas. The school funding, he really is on top of that. And I would love to be in the room when he asked the administrators some of those questions, and asked the school lobby some of those questions that he was talking about the other day. So it was impressive to have him there, and I wish him a lot of luck.
Commissioner Schlover?
I want to thank all three of you for coming in and interviewing and putting your hat in the ring. It's never easy. It's nerve-wracking to be up here, especially in front of a large audience like this. You all three did a great job. I'm not going to go through everything and restate everything everybody said, but I appreciate your time and your effort. You did well, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
And as for myself, this was a very hard one for me. I know all three of these people personally, and thank you very much, all three of you. It's one of the hardest things to do is to put yourself out there in front of the public and put yourself and your reputation on the line. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And everything that everybody has said here is absolutely in the forefront for me. Ed and I sit maybe once a week and talk about issues, different issues. So we are very close on virtually all the issues, and Pastor Sal, he and I go back 35 years. He officiated at a couple of funerals, my family's funerals, for me. I do appreciate that. But I end up with Joe and his knowledge of current issues and where this state needs to go. And what is going to be before the legislature, there's not any easy decisions coming up. This is going to be some of the hardest sessions this any legislature has seen for a very long time. And with that, Commissioner Henry.
One other little piece of discussion, I guess. I would like to thank the Natrona County Republican Party for getting this done in such a manner. This came together real quickly. Kendall put in his resignation just before Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
And it's effective January 1st. But the party pulled this off so we could do it. Not only this is our regularly scheduled meeting day anyway, but to give that new person at least a week to get his affairs in order so he can spend the next 60 days plus in Cheyenne, and let alone the learning curve. So I appreciate the party and the governor getting everything working, and the state Republican Party for getting that to happen. So thank you.
Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No. Motion carries. And with that, this meeting is adjourned.